She didn't take brown sugar talk under black unicorns. Y'all, they found something and they don't know how to quit. The stuff not even supposed to be done. These people, yeah, when I thought about how Joy Stewart, that's her name, Joy Stewart, used to work for the government, right? So she lost her job with the government. And you just be like, oh, she's so sweet because she so good with God and she always trying to do something for you. That's how they're kids. I'm not joking. Like, I'm a servant, but I ain't no servant till I just like, till it's like, it's just stupid. Like, it's like the way that she be kissing ass is out of control. That's how you know she a murderer. When she called and say that guinea pig died, the guinea pig bit her. Ain't no fucking way the guinea pig bit her. Like, it's not even an aggressive animal. So this girl must have choked the guinea pig or something and just went and did whatever she had to do. I'm not joking. You just be like, what the fuck? When I tell y'all what happened, look, out of nowhere, I realized, and it's like the whole area she live in is like evil. Because let me tell y'all about that predator. That's the predator that lived next door to her. I think it was like the man that was at the pool or whatever. The man that was at the pool that molested me in the pool, the white guy. So when I got to her house, I looked next door. I was like, we've been here before. And it was when me and my stepdad took us over there because they were supposed to be having a party. And so I heard him tell my mama, get back in the car. Put them back in the car. Get back in the car and put them back in the car. So his friend must have been a molester. And it's the thing. My grandmother and me don't ever agree, but my grandmother be knowing what she's talking about. So I guess the guy was like, they were molesting children at the house next door. So that's when she called me and was like, her brother molested somebody, like after they took the bed or something under my house. I know y'all like, this is scatterbrains to me. Let me tell y'all a story from the beginning. So when I was younger, I was in a pool and I was at a Macy's. It's Macy's now, but then it was called Famous Boy. I think yeah, that's what it is. Famous Boy turned into Macy's, so it's called Famous Boy. So Famous Boy used to have like all these cool parties. My mom and my stepdaddy always give it a company that give us like so much stuff. Like when my mom worked at Toys R Us, they closed the store down like the day before Christmas, and we could like come and play. So we can come and play in the whole store. So Macy's Famous Boy, they used to have like all these like cool events like for the family. So we'll go out to the park and play baseball. In Fairview Heights, we'll go play all kinds of stuff. So the last party that I had with him, I was like in the pool, and this white man came and started sticking his finger inside of my swimsuit. And I was like, what the fuck? So I'm trying to stay away from him the whole time. So then he'll come under the water and put his face in my vagina. And I'm like 11 or 12 years old, for real. So the whole time he's doing this, so when I took my sister to the bathroom, he tried to molest my sister. And I was like, no, you can just touch me. You don't have to touch her anymore. And so he didn't touch me. He just went ahead and went away. But he came in the bathroom. We were trying to lock the door. I was trying to lock the door. He came and pushed the door open and stood there. So he stood there while we was like washing our hands. Like he was like trying to come towards my sister. I was like, no. So I pushed her into a stall and just like, no, you can just touch me. That's it. So he left. So then it was like we was going to a party, and the party was next door to Joy Stewart's house, the house that she owned now in Ferguson, Missouri. It was right next to the house, and it was like, I'm telling you, we got out the car, and we didn't even make it to the door. We didn't even really get away from the car. My stepdad came out the house and was like, no, go back in the car. And that's when he said, and my sisters were too young because I'm 5 years older than my sister. He was like, nah, they in there with some kids. Like, they got the kids in there doing something. He's like, we not going in there, right? So at the time, I'm just in the back seat. I don't say nothing. And so that was it. So now we get to this point where I'm at Joy's house, right? And she starts saying that her brother molested somebody. She called me out the blue. And this is why. This is why they keep trying to get my storage, because every time they keep putting some type of listening device in my bed and like in my actual mattress. So it'd be like when I'm on here telling y'all, how would they know my show and I was doing this in my house? So now I'm doing it in public spaces, right? But when I'm telling y'all this stuff, it's actually inside my house. Like, how would they know to say that to me and it's inside my house? Why would they put that on Instagram and I just did this inside my house? You see what I'm saying? And so this is when I noticed the most. It had to be in the bed because I moved the bed. Like in our house, we had the big room, the one I was dancing in. We had my son's room, the middle room, and then we had the third room. And I can't really say they anybody's room. We have a big room, and they all on the same wall. So I was thinking they was listening through the vent. But every time I in a room, in the smallest room, there is no vent. And there's no way to listen. That's why my son didn't know that the radiation was coming through the wall. Because in that room it's like it's no vent. It's either radiation or some kind of gas that was sending into that house. So when I was talking the most, it was in the room with my bed in there, with the queen size bed. You see what I'm saying? So it's like when I was in the other rooms in the house, it'd just be like that whole thing in the wall, like it just made me feel sick. So I'm just like, what the hell is going on? So this bitch wanted to steal my identity too because she came when she called me. One day I took a test because I was like, I was still in Texas and I really didn't like Dallas that much. So the first 3 years, y'all, I kept trying to go other places. So when I found out I could be a substitute teacher anywhere, I went ahead and took the California substitute test. I also got myself certified in New York to be a teacher or whatever after I got my certification. So I would always be like sending off for different types of certifications, or trying to get myself certified so when I moved, it'll be easier for me to just to get a job. I did the same thing in Texas. I went ahead and started filling out for sub jobs before I moved to Texas because I knew that would help me, be somewhere. Listen. So why did Joy Stewart call me? So this when I knew they took the stuff off my computer because it was on one of my older computers. This girl called me and was like, I just took the California test to be a substitute here. And I'm talking about they do this every time they try to steal my identity. Tracy did the same thing. I guess they gave her a science job. So she would call me and be like, they hate me. Every job they hate me. And it's like because you actually are a dark skinned racist. Like it's like do y'all ever realize that you really are the most racist person in the room? You know what I'm talking about? And then she started using names of people that I used to work with, like Dusty and Patty and all these different people. And none of these people, they country, y'all. I'm talking about they country as fuck. They are country. But I promise you, I have a girl and sit outside and drink with them, and it's like no racism at all. Y'all understand what I'm talking about? So it's like you can hear them talking, you might think, oh my God, they must be right. They are not racist. They just got a thick country accent. That's it. But then you meet them, you meet all my friends that are black, and you be like, they are the most racist people in the world. Like it's like the stuff that they actually think black people do is ridiculous to me. I have never been in this type of world my entire life, and I'm black. That's why I be like, I be getting so tired of them just having these speeches. Oh, you're white tourists and all this stuff. That was only one white woman in the room that did that. One white woman, and you gonna say it's all the white people that you know. It just be like, what are you talking about? Like I actually had to think about this last night about how I would have to actually tell some of my friends that are black, like, no, I don't want you to date him. And they will be thinking I'm being mean. And it's like, no, because I know that this woman right here, even though she is white, will appreciate him more than you do. I had one friend, y'all. This man is a millionaire. He just like me. I don't wear tennis shoes, y'all. I wear the same pair of tennis shoes until they wear out. I don't care how much money I have. I don't care what kind of job I have. I'm just not a tennis shoe person. And the only reason I became one now is because I work in detail and I don't wear high heels anymore. So since I don't do that, I have now have more than one pair of tennis shoes. I wear the same pair until they wear out, and it is not a joke. So he had on shoes, and he gets there. He is so good with money, like investing money, everything. And I think he had like something happen with his heart too. You see what I'm talking about? So it's like he really was taking care of himself when he was young. And I'm talking about he will invest your money for real. Like it's not no joke. This girl had the nerve to sit there and talk about his shoes, and she all ugly in the face. So now listen, I know when y'all get braces, y'all face don't actually protrude out. Like they'll try to show like, you see what I'm saying? Like how they'll be trying to make me look ugly on this thing too. It's like her face it actually comes out like farther than what mine do, like out here. And she had braces. And so everybody's face doesn't do that when they have braces. So you see what I'm talking about? So it's like once her teeth do that, ain't her lips will come down a little bit more or something. I don't know, but either way, I'm not trying to talk about it. But it's like everything she says is like some of the most ignorant stuff I could ever hear. You see what I'm talking about? And I'm really trying to get her to see how good he is. And at some point, this is before I saw how she was gonna treat him. So look, when we have our lunch, that's what she had to say when we walked away. That his shoes were dirty. This man got $500,000 in the bank. And then she said he lived with his mom. This man got $500,000 in the bank. Y'all, this was like before I became a teacher in Texas. So it was like 2004, 2005. You understand what I'm talking about? When he get his tax return, he don't even have to spend it. He just put it all in investments and bonds and stocks. She sat there and said that his shoes were dirty. This man go to church every New Year's. He was the one that came and picked me up and would take me to church. And you as a black woman, he having like the most articulate conversation with her. She sat there and the only thing she could think about was his shoes and that. What did she say? What else she say? His shoes and something. What else I say? I don't even remember, y'all. That's how petty it was. All investments, y'all. And so it's like, and he's fine. Like, I'm not joking. The boy is fine. Fine. Ain't no way. But he tall. You see what I'm saying? He tall. That's it. And you mean to tell me you don't see his value at all? Like, you don't see the value of him at all. At all. So in that case, I don't trust you with him. I would prefer for him to be with somebody that can see his value. You see what I'm talking about? It's another man. I picked him up. I used to pick him up in my Uber. And he was rich too. And he lived with his parents. Still live with his parents. All he did was close off part of the house so he could bring his friends over. That's it. That's what it was. He lived with his parents. You see what I'm talking about? It's like, this be the dumbest stuff for you not to just have value in a person. That's an instant family. If his mama like you and he like you, it's just like people for you to hang out with and get along with. What are y'all trying to get them from their mama for? If they love their mama, don't that mean that they gonna love you? I'm talking about really love their mama. Don't that mean that they gonna have more respect for you too? It's like y'all just really don't understand the life of people. You have devalued everything so much that it's like you can't see it. You passed up every opportunity. This man is probably like a trillion. I'm serious. That's about the men in Texas become millionaires quickly. Like, there are so many men in Texas that are millionaires per capita because y'all get down there and that's what you want. You want the man that got the car. You see, you want my baby daddy. Go get my baby daddy. Because he'll dress up for you. He'll look pretty, but you're going to have to pay his bills. That's what y'all be wanting. So then you can get on the phone and tell people that you had to pay his bills. Girl, I had to pay his bills. I made him sign a promissory note. Do y'all know that's why he wanted to break up with me? Because he thought I was supposed to just give him money. I made him sign a promissory note before I gave him any of my freaking money. And I'm not joking. And most people think it's a diss or something. I would just prefer that. If you're not my friend and I have to loan you money, you gonna sign a promissory note. So when I go to court, I got evidence that shows that you know that was a loan. It's not a joke. Most of my friends, I just give them the money. That's how I did. If we got to give each other money, we gonna give it to you. We're not gonna say it's a loan or anything because we don't want to break up the friendship. If I don't care about you, you signing a promissory note. Do y'all know that's why my baby daddy wanted to leave me in the first place after I was pregnant? Because he thought because I was pregnant, he was going to get something from me. No, you not. I don't care how much money I got in the bank. It ain't going to be yours. Promissory note. You forever think that you are more valuable than anybody else. And I don't understand why. Y'all don't give nothing to the world. You are just useless women. And I'm not just saying black women, but some of y'all are. You just useless. Men too. And y'all have all these criteria for people. When really you should be trying to be in the same house and love each other. I would love for a man to be like, yeah, I still live with my parents. Not go over there. His mom be like, you want some apple pie? And his daddy say, let's go to the hardware store. Are you kidding me? I'm jumping in the car. I'm pretty sure Blake would love it too, so he can say, hey, grandma, what's up, grandpa? You see what I'm talking about? This is how people really live life. And it's like some of y'all, you get in the car with you and y'all can't never connect with nobody. And it's because you're evil. It's because you're an evil piece of trash. That's why y'all can't understand where I'm coming from. How you gonna lock me out of my own life because you stealing from me? You an evil piece of trash. I don't even know why I started, y'all. But anyway, that was it. So I get over there. Like I said, they kept putting the devices in the beds. That's why now they trying to make me broke so they can get the beds out of storage. That's the only thing of value in their city in the first place is those beds because they put something in that mattress. Y'all understand? So I kept telling y'all, hey, they keep stealing from inside my house. They're listening inside my house. They were really listening inside the bed frame. And when they couldn't listen, inside the mattress. If they couldn't listen from the mattress, they would actually start listening through the vents. So now it is on iHeartRadio. I have a show called Dorian Gray. And I was telling y'all that that's what it was that was happening. I don't care if you made another Dorian Gray, whatever. You know you got an idea from my show. And it's not a joke. Why would you keep using the people that I keep telling you that I'm fans of and all this different stuff? But you gonna show it to me on a timeline, but you can't show it to me when you make it. Then I gotta go through all your hardships. For what? I'm not a nasty pussy bitch. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm not the one that put him down. You are. So why the fuck do you keep trying to lock me out of some shit that you ain't never gonna be able to understand anyway? They do the shows word for word. Everything they create is word for word mine. How stupid can you fucking be? Anyway, this is what I'm going to. The other thing I was talking about the other day was Steve Jobs. Y'all, I was a little girl. That's it. That's it. It was like an inventors meeting or something like that. Like all we do is invent together. That's it. That's it. We come up with ideas together. Nobody stole anything. It was actually a feel-good situation. Y'all have actually taken something that you wanted to be evil and made every fucking creation that I ever have to be evil so y'all can kill people. So if anybody is getting hurt, it is not me that's doing it. It is them. I'm a very positive person, and the people that I was inventing with were very positive too. And the way that y'all actually try to destroy Steve Jobs' image, the way that you try to make him out to be like some evil piece of trash shows that you're a piece of trash too. I'm talking about I have never heard him himself say anything mean or evil to anybody. How the hell could I be his baby mama? Y'all look this up. We 23 years apart. What the fuck do I look like fucking Steve Jobs? Oh my God. Let's get to the next thing. Boosie. Leave the man alone. It ain't your business. Everything they do is normal. The only reason they're doing this is because they're trying to distract you from something else that's happening. What about the politics right now? What up Biden and Kamala doing? We never see anything about them, but every time Trump opened his mouth, or supposedly opened his mouth, y'all said that it was him. Yesterday, I got a job at a hotel where the man sounds just like Trump on the fucking phone. So all the voiceovers could have very well been done by somebody that would sound like Trump, because half of that stuff Trump wouldn't even do. And it's not a joke. And if he did, it was probably a joke. The same as when you took all my jokes and made them into a real life deal. Closed captioning is available. And that's all the fuck they use is closed captioning. Because if you can't catch the joke, then something is fucking wrong with you. Next thing. Oh, the 9 vaginas. There are 9 different vaginas. Look it up. It's 9 different vaginas. 9 of them. And at 18, you have enough time to try to find all of them. He don't gotta have sex with them. He could just try to find all of them. I would. I'm sorry, I would. I really would. I really would. And women, there are different. A dick can curve from the north, the south, the east, the west, all different ways. So just guess what? I would try to find those two. I'm not joking. Up, down, left, and right, and straight. You see what I'm saying? It's like, why would you not want to do that? Are you a curious human? Why not? That's it for today. I wanted to go over positive parenting. And so, yeah, this was the whole show today was for Boosie. I'm not joking because I get tired of y'all messing with him. And we not together. We never met each other either. Misbehavior is your child's way of communicating unmet needs. So if Boosie's son ever misbehaved, then he can communicate with him. He don't need nobody else to teach his child nothing because that's his seed. That is his growth. Validate your child's efforts. Boosie was validating his son's efforts by telling him, you know what, that's the perfect thing for you to do. And I'm going to validate it too, honey. It's 9 of them. You 18, you are old enough to try to see all of them in real life. Give your child the respect you want them to give you. You see what I'm saying? You see how he had his back? The first thing he needs to do is get this woman out of his house and put her in a psych ward because what she's talking about is ridiculous. She wants him to go against being a human, and that is actually human behavior. Because, honey, I have already found north, south, east, west, and straight. Do you understand? 5 of them. Never punish your child for their feelings. All he had to do was talk to him and let him know you're doing the right thing. You will be better than me. You see what I'm saying? You get what I'm talking about? Honey, if you got any questions, ask. Express confidence in their abilities. That's all he was telling y'all in that short video. Is that I'm confident that he is doing the right type of research for his life. Put the woman in the psych ward. Because again, if a heterosexual man is looking at vaginas, that is the right thing for him to do. I would rather him know what to do than not to know anything at all. That's why I do my show. Last but not least, remember the worse they feel, the worse they behave. So what Boosie did was give his son confidence to be able to know that what he was doing was the right thing. And I totally support his message. Anyway, that's it. It's Shantae Brown Sugar Talk on the Black Unicorns telling you that there are 9 different types of vaginas. And if you are young enough to be able to find them, find them. There are 5 different ways that a penis can go. Honey, and just go ahead and try to find it out too. Have a great day.